All right. I think we are live. All right. I think we're live.
All
Welcome,
right.
everyone.
He says no more tears.
No more tears. And he starts.
This is getting
And
this is starting real
Gerald
well.
already
Real
started.
well.
Gerald
Okay,
waited like
welcome
4
everyone.
seconds.
Johno, stay on track. Welcome everyone
I gotta
to the
mute this.
Bandcamp Listening Day party for the Colorado Modular Synth Society Bandcamp Day. I'm Christoph Monoscene. I'm here
there's
with
Cruda.
Johno Wells.
What's up?
Say hi, Johno. Trovarsi
Yo.
and Calytrix.
Hi.
Hello. So welcome everyone. We have a full show for today. Lots of good music. We have planned a label spotlight with Seil Records from Germany, and Seil Records owner-operator Boris Pachube, also known as Jogging House. And we'll talk to Jogging House also about his new album that's coming out today. We have lots of good music of artists that are releasing albums today, have released albums this week or this year, and we'll get to that here. So how's everybody doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
Doing terrible,
20
man.
2020 is almost over.
Feel
That's-
terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Weren't you just
Jonas.
at the spa?
Yeah.
I did a quick spa, little face peel, little teeth whitening for tomorrow. I can't do any better than this, guys.
You don't have to.
This doesn't just happen, ladies. Okay?
That's
No. I just,
okay. So
it's like,
I just didn't want to say anything rude.
yeah.
it's 7 minutes in, or we're like actually 2 minutes live, and we're already towards the bottom. So
Pull us back to the
let's dig
track.
ourselves.
Now, where's
let's dig
David?
ourselves out of that.
Who?
So what? Who?
Yeah, what?
Sine Mountain.
What do you sine wave?
Where is he?
Wait, I don't know. I thought
Is he
you were
going to join
bring-
us?
Square wave?
I don't know. Where is he?
I
I don't know. So
I
it's a
thought
big
he was like
mystery.
doing
Yeah,
carols.
It's a big
let's
or
mystery
not
something.
with
talk
David
about it
is.
anymore.
So we'll perhaps we'll talk about that a little later in the show. Where David
Perhaps.
is, or perhaps not. But
Or
fact
not.
is, he's not here right now, so we might as well get on with the show without him. So there's going to be a lot of talking from Johno.
Just one
Trovarsi
question,
and
Christoph.
Calytrix today.
Is Dave? Now he's part of Colorado Modular Synth, right or no?
That's a yes.
So he blew off his own event. Is that right? I just want to be clear on that part.
He's a very busy man.
Let's talk some music.
Let's have a stream. Oh, I'm not going to come. I don't get it.
Let's there's
Well,
things that
SoCal
happen.
Synth Society's here, right, Johno?
Okay, yeah, we're representing. Do I point in
The
this
coasts
corner?
are here.
Oh, wait a minute. This is
Both
like
ghosts.
the takeover? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
the
we're doing a
takeover
takeover.
of
God,
You're
this
the majority of the hosts
Wait, let's
tonight.
high five, Christoph.
It's-
Then we can seal it.
yeah. See,
God,
we'll
okay.
seal it.
God,
Okay.
you guys are
So
sad,
enough
dude.
talking. People are getting
All right,
antsy.
Calytrix, come on.
So
Oh, wait, hold on. Here, come on. No,
Uh,
this side. Come on.
we will figure this out. We will figure this out.
okay.
Okay, let's start with some music. Okay.
Or not.
All right.
I'm just cool to hang out too.
Let's start with
What
some
are we
music
starting
today.
with?
That got really quiet
We are-
there, man.
We
I
are
know.
starting with
Hey, Malarkey's here. What's
Ooh.
up, Malarkey?
Are we? Hey, Malarkey.
who's
Oh
in the
wait,
chat.
are we?
Modular Marie. Did we see Modular Marie in the chat?
Yes. Yeah.
Malarkey says that David is delegating.
Ah.
Yes, do we call that management? So management decided to delegate the running
And Gerald
of the show.
says he's doing Kegels. I think
I was
it's
gonna-
Kegels, right? I mean, it's Kegels. It's not Kegels, is it?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
It's Kegels.
Come on, Christoph. We're
Tomato,
filling time
tomato.
here. Have you found
But
the track
no,
yet?
I'm trying to get this up and running. Hold it.
This
hold
is
on one
us
second.
like stalling. All right, I'm gonna
Yeah,
actually
this
Google
is
Kegels.
difficult.
We're just gonna
if I'm-
dance.
I need to talk and do the technical pieces. So
Okay, so
First
it's
up is,
Kegels with an E.
What's
It's
Modular Marie?
K-E-G-E-L-S, like Kegels.
Good to know. Now on to
What's
Modular
up?
Marie.
is Modular Marie, and the track is called More and Than.
This is brand new. This came out today.
And the track is called.
This is brand new. This came out today.
俺たちみんなそれぞれ大事な任務を果たしていくんじゃないか。分かっててんな。心配だな。またあれで会うんだから。最後までお供させてください。俺の命令は聞きないよ。俺たちみんなそれぞれ大事な任務を果たしていくんじゃないか。分かっててんな。心配だな。またあれで会うんだから。
Dude. So good.
Nice.
That was awesome.
What a way to start the show.
Seriously. Like if you sound like
Yeah.
nobody else, I think you're already doing so good. I mean, that just sounds like it just sounds amazing. That doesn't sound like anybody, right?
I like that, like that retro vibe too, though. Like that
killer.
that
So
Yeah.
killer. It like starts
Yeah.
out, I'm like a little craft worky, and then it
It's
just like
super clearly
becomes this like thing that I'm just like, what the fuck? So good.
the super clear lead
Yeah,
against the very
yeah.
distorted bass was a nice contrast. Really,
This is her first like solo like modular release, right? What a way to come out. My God.
wow.
Good thing I have my Bandcamp cart thing open here, right?
I already bought it. Already bought it earlier.
Yes.
This is what I do with this show. You know what I missed earlier today? I build my basket again.
God, I've just been buying stuff all day. Like I've spent I probably shouldn't say how much I've spent, but anyway, I've spent too
Not
much.
on record.
Well, actually, my wife isn't watching this stream, so I could probably say
She
it.
might.
She might check the archive.
I always get shit though. Seriously, it's like, dude, this stuff adds up, Johno. I'm like, dude, it's a thing. I'm sorry.
You have to skip some of your spa days.
Right, I gotta
That's
skip a
right.
spa day.
That's right. So yes, today's
Like
Bandcamp
one less
day.
head
So
wax, John.
You have to learn to wax your own head.
Yeah.
Buy like a buffer.
Oh fuck.
skip the spa day and spend the money on Bandcamp. That's what today is for. Except
Right.
Johno, he did both.
God,
Johno, Gerald's calling you out. Said you haven't bought any of his records.
that is such fucking crap. Bought like 3 of them. Here, I'm gonna show you in my Bandcamp.
Did he sign yours? Because you know what? He sent them to me and he didn't even sign mine.
Oh, you've got like hard copies. Yeah, I didn't buy
Yeah.
hard copies.
Oh. You didn't buy
Not a-
tapes? I have
Not a
Gerald
hard
tapes.
copy kind of guy.
I
All right.
ordered 2 tapes the last time we did this, and I do not
There's
own a
your
tape
receiver
player.
right there. Probably can't see that.
Calytrix, you can find one like on eBay or something.
We've been over in like the pre-show. Like my recent experiences with eBay have been mixed.
Oh,
That
that's
all-
right. That's right.
I'll keep an eye out.
Jackass.
All right.
You know, he calls me out, and then I take the bait, right?
Of course you do. Of course you do. All right. This is the Colorado Modular Synth Society Bandcamp listening party. Welcome, everybody.
The SoCal takeover.
The SoCal takeover of that because David is not here.
Where could he
Where's
be?
David? I don't know where David
So
is.
hold on. Now he's saying that Trovarsi is the real deal. Why is Trovarsi the real deal?
Can you limit your side
Stop rising to the
conversations to the
bait.
chat, perhaps?
Can you like ban him? Actually, I think you can.
I can, yeah, but I won't.
You should do
Gerald's-
that. Oh wait, I can
Gerald's part
report.
of our crew.
I can report him.
Gerald's protected
No.
by Colorado.
That's yes, exactly.
I'm gonna
This is
click
our
on his
show.
name and report him.
This is our show.
Dude, if
Don't
we
be
all
here.
do it, he'd get banned from YouTube.
I'm not going to do that to Gerald.
No,
No.
we're not going to
Everybody
do that.
report Gerald.
How about
We
we?
gotta watch Gerald's gear tomorrow.
Okay, Gerald's gear tomorrow is
What's
dope.
tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Modular World, and Gerald has a new
Gerald's
segment on the
gear.
show, and he's killing
Gerald's
it.
jeer.
Gerald's gear, it's so good.
Here.
Gerald's cheer.
Gerald's
gear.
gear.
Yes, it's good.
It's a great
Tomorrow,
segment.
Modular World. Check it out. YouTube on Modular World YouTube
It's
channel.
true.
2
Tomorrow
o'clock,
at
right,
2,
Johno?
2 Pacific.
All right.
Yep,
Gerald's gear. It's great.
that's cool. All right, let's play some more music because it's the Bandcamp listening party. And next up, we have a good friend of ours from Colorado because this is the Colorado Modular Synth Society, despite the SoCal takeover.
So you
In
just
these
play,
trying times, we're all Colorado.
yeah. So let's
We're
just
all
play all our
Colorado.
friends.
That's
and not
right,
play
but
other
this is-
people. Come on, man.
This is a good friend of ours who released a new album today. His name is Zack Hagan, and the album's called "Mountains Don't Lie."
Good name.
And
Mm-hmm.
let me just get this set up here real quick.
Kentucky's here. What's up, Kentucky?
Hey, Kentucky.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining us tonight. We're all feeling a little spunky. I like it.
That's
This
right.
show's always punchy. It's awesome.
Yep.
And we
Anton
have
Real.
a track coming up called Contemplate.
Oh, nice.
Hagan.
Good title.
Nice.
And we're back.
Great
Johno's
textures.
Nice
Is
layers.
Zach in the chat?
muted.
Yeah.
Zack Hagan, good friend of ours from Colorado. I don't
he in
know
the
if he's
chat
in
or
the
not?
chat. So go check out that album. It's really, really cool. It's like he sings, plays guitar, and all kinds of things. This is a more synthy track, but it's really, really cool. Zach's a really great guy. So go support him. Check it out. Released today. Zack Hagan.
Nice job, Zach.
Mountains don't lie.
Yes.
Again, great name. I'm just a sucker for a really good like album or track name.
Yep.
Nice.
How do you like name your track names? Like, how do you go about that? I'm like worthless with that.
Oh.
I went through a period of like opening up a solar system book and then
Oh,
choosing words from there.
I
That
just make
sounds cool.
completely nonsense words. I can't even go there. Really?
I
try.
try to pick a word or a phrase that reminds me of what I feel about like the way the music sounds, because my
Yeah.
stuff's super abstract, and so sometimes it's like a single word, or sometimes it's just some overwrought phrase. Like recently I've had assimilation, periopsis, clouds part over a methane sea, and I forget what I called the one that I did. Oh, your connection is unstable. So
That's right. The methane sea is like so specific. Like that's a perfect example of what I cannot do.
yeah,
I cannot put words together like that.
Just
There's-
maybe
I just
name
can't
it
make
with
sense of
words that come
something
to your
like that.
mind.
I just
I
can't
mean,
do it.
there's name it whatever makes you comfortable. Like someone pointed, I think someone pointed out like there was a danger that band just uses the time in which they like recorded the track as the name of all of their tracks.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Or just random letters. There's
Like
Yeah,
Autechre.
yeah.
I just always felt like Autechre's track names were sort of fuck you, you know? It was sort of like
Yeah,
there was
I
some
mean,
little
Like, how do you
aspect of that.
search
I was just like, eh.
there is something to be said about like if you're participating in a music community, presenting your tracks in a way where people can talk to you about them
Right.
and actually say the name of it.
XRJ20, man. Killer track. So good.
That's a great segue to a next track.
Chris,
Oh no,
So
did I accidentally insult someone again?
Who speaks French?
No, that's Christoph just trying to keep us on track.
Who speaks French here?
That's a great segue, John.
I do not.
Okay, so I grew up 50 miles from the French border, so I might have to do this, although my French is really, really bad. So this is,
Oh, this will be fun.
and Johno, help me.
Who, where?
Thamel, right? It's Jerome.
No, it's just Thamel.
Thamel, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how he
Thamel,
says
so-
it.
Thamel.
Thamel.
Jerome
Okay.
Mardaga. My God, I love
Yep.
this guy.
Cool.
So good. Released a new album today
He's
on
such a good
Bandcamp
guy.
Day. So we put the links in the chat. Go to Bandcamp, fill up your Bandcamp, Bandcamp. What is it? A cart? Yes, a cart.
One little word about Jerome, which if people know this, and I've probably said it, so just forgive me, but he's like a legit rock star.
Yeah, he
Like,
is.
who remembers Ride from the 90s? Shoegaze band. Please, really
I
nobody?
was a young child in the 90s.
No
My parents
one
only let
did
me
it.
listen to Christian rock.
Oh,
That's
God.
not a joke.
Well, Ride was so good. They were so good. They were on par with like My Bloody Valentine and Slow Dive and Chapter House. Ride was so good. And Jerome toured with Ride.
Very cool.
Just a small
right.
point. He's a professional guitarist.
It's
Nice.
it's awesome. All right, so this is Thamel, and Jerome is from Belgium, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Belgium, and the track is called "Dans la glace, un oiseau."
Oh, that's pretty good,
If
Christoph.
I'm
Come
not
on. I couldn't have
mistaken,
done
If I'm
that.
not mistaken. All right,
Ah.
here we go.
7 out of 10.
We're going to talk about that documentary in just a minute. Yeah.
Lovely, yes.
Just nobody like him, man.
So
It was
cinematic.
absolutely beautiful.
Right here.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Right here.
Damn.
Yep.
It's a nice
Okay.
looking record case. Sleeve? Sleeve. That's
This was the one just before it, Prairie Blanche, which is also just lovely.
Very nice. Yeah, somebody in the chat said panning space control. Yes, agreed. For
Yep.
sure.
Oh, we got to talk really quickly about the little
Yep.
short documentary he put out.
Yep.
So it came out today, and it's so nice. It's just like a little window into artist's day sort of doc. And his friend shot it. It's gorgeous. And it's like 6 or 7 minutes long. It's him out in the lowlands of Belgium around his place. Beautiful woods, and just kind of he talks about how the instrument works for him and how it's really nice. It's in French, but it's subtitled for English.
nice.
Nice.
Where can we find
Yeah.
it?
Just go to his Instagram page. I put a link. In
Yeah,
the-
it's just
in the
it's just
chat.
out there. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
And he did link to it from his
From
from his
his IG.
IG. Yeah.
Cool.
And check out his Modular World performance too. That was pretty spectacular too.
I
with the
think
visuals
that
and-
was our second show. He might have been on the second show.
Yeah, really
And
good.
he shot it outside on this barn, and he like projected this big image on this barn, and he played it. It was just killer.
Wow.
really, really good.
You want to know
Really
about
good.
Tears, man? It like finished, and I was just like, okay, we got to come back and compose.
That's when it all started. That's when it
Well,
all
I think
started.
it
All right.
started with bass put. I thought,
Oh yeah, that's right.
because I was like genuinely crying after that one.
We'll talk about that later.
Nah, we're
Things that
good.
happened, notable things that happened this year It's
Notable.
It is notable. It is notable. So, welcome everybody. This is the Colorado Modular Synth Society and Friends Bandcamp listening party for the last Bandcamp day of the year. We have a lot of stuff to cover here, so I'm going to move this along. One of the focus areas that we have today is a label spotlight for Seil Records from Germany. Seil Records is owned and operated by Boris Pachube, who goes by the name of Jogging House. In ambient circles, well known for his ambient records. We'll talk about his new album a little later. But I want to start with a track by an artist that's released on Seil Records just on November 19th. The artist's name is IDRA. She's from Italy, and this is really a very, 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 very lovely album. So I'm going to share this real quick. 1 second. And
You got this. You got this, man.
usually David is talking. Where's David? Where's David when you need him? Okay, so
Caroling with the modular.
God, he's probably just
right outside
sleeping.
with his little modular caroling.
Shit.
One theory.
Modular caroling.
So now we go from French to Italian. And this
Nice.
track is called
so good.
Explorare. Enjoy.
I feel very relaxed now.
I know, me too. It was a little. I wanted it to go on a little longer.
I know.
Yeah, so
seriously.
there's a whole album of that. So go check that out. Lone
Guess we have to buy the
Voyagers,
album.
Lovers and Lands. There's another title for you.
It's a good one.
That's
Big
really,
fan.
really good. So,
IDRA sound on IG.
yep, really good Instagram account too. There's a lot of interesting stuff.
Following right now. Oh, hold on. It's followed by Gerald Fjord. Yeah, maybe I'll skip this
It's
one.
not a competition.
No, I just want to, just need a little distance,
Be unique. All right,
I think I'm going to
so
skip this one. Sorry, IDRA.
that was
Nope, I
IDRA
followed her right now.
on Seil Records from Germany, and so it's right now about 5:45 a.m. in Germany. That's really early for somebody to join our show. So David and I actually had a video call with Boris on Wednesday, and we talked to him about Seil Records. And so what I want to do is I just want to play an excerpt of that video interview, and then we'll listen to some more music, and there will be more interview snippets coming out throughout the show. And the full interview with Boris will be posted on our YouTube channel here in the next few days. So let me
Prepared
just
segments.
pull this up.
This show's getting fancy.
Double A's
It
on the
is.
chat.
It is getting fancy here. So let me see.
So you
Talk
know,
amongst
fun,
yourself.
so you know, fun title cards and transitions like Johno in Modular World,
Oh yeah.
or actually, I need to shout out Dissonant for our for the NIMS shows. Just a ton of art for that.
Yeah. This stuff is rad.
Oh, there's David.
There's
See, we get
David.
a little bit of David.
See?
Aw.
All right.
David's trapped in a video.
He's trapped in a video today in
Like
his,
Wreck-It Ralph.
wood-paneled basement.
Like Wreck-It Ralph.
Be careful, Disney might sue.
Yeah, I don't know references to Ride, but I can reference Wreck-It Ralph. Good job, Trovarsi.
Yes.
All right. So
She knows it's important.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I will,
She has her fingers on the pulse, John.
Fuck,
That's-
man.
it's dope. So I will
Okay.
I will full screen this, and then we're gonna try to play this and see. So enjoy the interview with Boris talking about Seil Records.
Cool.
Get into it right away, and I would like to talk about and have you talk about kind of the background and the philosophy of Seil Records.
Okay, so I kind of always wanted to start a label. I don't know, basically since I'm a teenager or something, since I'm into music, and my old career was in advertising, so I had to do with a lot of like designers and so on, and I worked with two of them quite regularly. I mean, it's a duo, and at some point I just told them about the idea of starting a label, and they were super into it. And yeah, they developed a logo and so on, and then I kind of just had to go through with it because because I couldn't let them have worked for nothing. So that's kind of why I actually started uploading music. But the concept of Seil Records is I wanted to make an ambient-ish label, not super dogmatic about it, but like music, focus on music that goes in the softer, more chill, warm part of the electronic music spectrum. And I often electronic music is presented kind of sterile. Lots of labels use a lot of white and gray and very like computerized images and so on. It's totally cool. I bought many of those albums, but I thought that if I started a new label, I wanted to do something like a bit differently. And so Seil is all about optimistic ambient music. That doesn't mean everything has to be super happy, but there should be like a kind of a light at the end of the tunnel thing. The whole aesthetic should follow the same. We use colors, and we is the marketing speech because it's I, but the designers in this case use colors and mostly photographs or like real images, not too I want to make ambient or electronic music in general, if you will, kind of give it a patina and something you can feel more than. It's not so much for the head; it's more for the heart and the soul, I guess. So this is basically what I'm trying to do, and and releasing mostly on cassette and also some vinyl editions, and of course digital. But that's kind of a given, I guess. Yeah.
What were the labels that inspired you before you did your label?
None. That's not because I'm doing anything super new, but that's not just not, that wasn't my thought process, I guess. I worked with some labels as an artist myself, and I just thought about it's what I was kind of happy with them, but still I thought I could do some things differently. And because often the artists, especially in smaller labels, don't feel super included in the like label family, if you will. It's very solitary. Every artist just sends in music, and then at some point it gets released, and depending on the label, they will do a bit or a lot of promotion, and that's it until the next year or two, whenever you send in your next album. And I wanted to make it more like a circle of friends, family approach, and yeah, just some things that I felt missing in a small label. And also because I have like a marketing background, I thought I could, for me it's maybe a bit easier to push things. For me it's harder to kind of disconnect from the awkward part and just go through with the promotion. And because yeah, I'm pretty sure you have released music, and it's not like the most fun thing, like keeping the momentum going. You feel kind of bad about yourself almost. And yeah, and also the same problems had some smaller, or I mean with small I mean tiny labels really. And I thought maybe I could just do that a bit differently, make everyone feel welcome. And this is how it came to be. There wasn't like much inspiration. That's not usually not how I generally work. I just wanted to do something that I thought wasn't in this form, wasn't there at the moment. That's it.
All right, that was
I really like that thinking.
that was Boris.
Nice.
It reminded me a little bit of what Olivia was talking about, the Eric Red, the family aspects of it. Really, he's talking a little bit later about curation for the label and how he approaches that, and so I thought there was a lot of thoughtful response in there that I really liked. And I think you can hear that in the music. So the music that we heard before was to some extent very representative of the label. It's very like ambient and you know, he said at some point imperfect, and he likes this like flawed aspect of the music with the tape and the warble and those kind of things. And that's really a trademark of that music on that label.
I like that. I want more like flawed music, less like, I think we kind of chase perfection a lot. Definitely chase perfection a lot in electronic music. The form kind of lends itself to it.
Yeah.
Also, really like the thing about bright colors. More bright colors in modular, please. Everything is like just black and gray in the panels.
Who's the company who's doing all those like super bright panels? It's like the rainbow.
Dreadbox does some.
Dreadbox, thank you.
Yeah.
Does anybody have those? Like, are those good?
They're good. They're more basic than the stuff I need in my system right now, so I don't have any. They're very good modules for my.
And they're really nicely priced, if I'm correct.
I've heard a lot of good things about. I know a couple people who have like the oscillator and some and that, but they say they sound really good too. But I don't personally.
I like how they look. I don't have any crazy colors like that other than my Irakanji that's kind of purple, but those things are like bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the ADAC is the only one I have with its
Oh
bright
yeah,
red
in
panel.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
Which ADAC do you have?
The fixed filter bank, because I love fixed filter banks and will sing their praises with any chance I get.
I have their manual gates. Christoph, you and I talked about that.
Yeah, I have that.
I love that thing. That's so creative. You can
It's
be
so useful.
really creative with that thing.
And
Expression
it's so
control
useful that
systems.
it actually has a normal voltage to it, so you don't need to put anything in it. Like it's actually just you can pass something through it, or you just use some of the outputs actually have a voltage normal to it, so you can just send gates directly from the module to something. Which is something I
Nice.
wish that the mutes had that I have, which actually Divka told me that in a later version they added that. So, but that's really a useful function that I have. I'd never thought that kind of a module would be something that I find that useful, but it's really useful.
I felt the same way. Stubby effects or stubby effects points out the Trogotronic red modules. That's right. Boy, those are in another.
Mystic Circuits Anna, that's purple.
Nice. Oh yeah, the Mystic Circuit stuff is great.
Of course. Yeah,
I
right.
really need to pick up some of those.
Yeah, I love that module. It's a lot of fun to play with. I see Space Racer. Oh, I can send
saw
you
that
some
too.
flawed music.
Oh, I could send you some flawed music.
Do
I
it,
for
Space
sure-
Racer.
I for sure
Hey,
could too.
there's a label. We'll talk about the curation process in a little bit. So, I want to play some more music from Seil Records.
Cool.
This is one of my favorite releases of the year. It's actually a double cassette release by an artist called Paperbark, and so check this out. The track is called one second, Folded Card.
super peaceful.
Yeah,
It's relaxing.
it's very long. There is 17 tracks, and it's over 2 cassettes. It's really, really, really good. It's even on the length. You know, sometimes albums get long, but this is a really, really good album. So check that out. Paperbark on Seil Records. This is the Colorado Modular Synth Society and Friends Bandcamp listening party on the last Bandcamp day.
We're the friends.
You're the friends.
We're the friends. Look at us.
High five, Trovarsi.
We've been promoted to friends. Johno, let's do it right this time. Yeah.
See, we,
No, you kind of
We gotta time it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Yep.
reaching through.
From San Diego all the way to New York. Awesome.
So
Coast to coast.
Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast, we got
That was
everything here, and Colorado in the middle. So the only thing that's
The no
missing
coast.
is David.
David,
Where's
who now?
David?
Anyone have some new theories?
Yes, where are the theories where David is?
David,
we
David
miss
who?
you, David. We miss you.
Skiing, maybe?
I don't
No,
miss
not
you,
yet.
David.
Oh yeah, you can go skiing.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, sure.
Skiing.
Slopes right now.
Night skiing. Night skiing.
Everyone knows night skiing is a great idea.
Absolutely.
The slopes are wide open.
It's
There's
just,
no real hazards.
Right into a tree.
all right, so
Oh God.
what? I'm just trying to keep this rolling. We have a little more interview with Boris Jogging House from Seil Records that I would like to play right now, and then we're gonna listen to some more music. And so let me just cue this up here.
Gerald says that night skiing is actually awesome. I'm not surprised that he likes that.
Gerald would have been night skiing.
Maybe that's what happened, is that he
I
went
met him
night
once.
skiing and then just like that's the problem.
Night skiing is a great track name.
Yeah.
Golf with ghosts.
Night Skiing, the new album by Gerald Fjord.
Get royalties.
So something is. It's playing already. Sorry, I have to reset this. So we're talking right now, or Boris is talking about how he's curating for the label. Lots of things to click. And so can you talk a little bit about the process of curation of artists or releases from artists that are released on your label?
Yeah, I mean, in general, I try to have a mixture of new artists and returning artists, because I'm mainly interested in creating longer lasting relations with an artist. So most of the time, if I decide to bring someone on board, it means I'm always open for their next things. Of course, styles change, and if someone goes like metal, I would not do that, but you get the idea. And in general, and this also kind of formed over time. It wasn't like this thought or thought process wasn't there from the very beginning, but just with getting more demos and also researching more artists, I just try to look at myself and what I find interesting and be a bit more analytic about it. And I'm mainly interested in electronic music that has a certain handmade personal feel. I'm not very interested in things that feel, if you will, robotic, like very on-grid sequenced arpeggiators, and it's totally fine if you use them. It's just not what I want to put on the label. So it's not really no disrespect to any. You can make music however you want. I really don't care. But if I am looking for releases, I'm mainly interested in ways in which artists can bring in their personality through electronic instruments, but I'm more interested in the human part. Like if there's a flaw, if something is not super precise, I love that. I don't want the perfect album, I want a perfect feel, and this is kind of this is what I look for, and it's really just most of the time it's a gut feeling. I listen to something and I don't really focus on how it is made or who made it. Just if it kind of touches me, and this is usually a good sign. And I'm at least when it comes to music, a rather critical person, I guess. So yeah, it helps in that regard, I guess. So I am able to make the decision also not to include something if I think it's good but not great. I want something that really kind of I find inspiring and emotional, and where I can build a connection to the music.
Yeah, Boris.
I like this guy.
Boris from Zail Records. I really like what he said about the handmade feel. I think that really shines through in a lot of the music on the label. We'll talk a little bit about his own music, which is very much all live, recorded to quarter-inch tape to the stereo track. So, and it's all, and you hear that in the music itself, which is a really interesting approach, rather than recording something and then post-processing and chopping and mixing and all this kind of stuff. So I thought that was really interesting. I think Lillian, you record straight, usually live performances. All your performances are live performances, right?
Yeah.
Record after in Bandcamp?
I record directly from my modular. I don't multi-track at all. I like to do. I want to capture the thing as it happened, especially because I like to use a lot of generative and random stuff, even when I'm playing a written piece. So yeah, I just record straight. Might do a little like EQing at the end. The stuff I do can end up with a lot of like subharmonics that I need to get rid of. But other than that, it's just from my modular to out. I like dynamic range and stuff, so I don't really do a lot of the mastering to like compress it and stuff. Because I like it to go from very quiet to wherever. So yeah. Sorry, I talked.
No, that's fine.
No, it's cool. I like it. Mm-hmm.
That's
Johno, you're muted.
There we go. I was just going to say that I like doing both. Like I really like exactly what you're saying, where like the performance is what it is and it comes out how it is. And my last, like, I think 3 releases have all been that, just stereo out.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cubase guy, the 20-year Cubase, I love tweaking and multi-tracking.
Mm-hmm.
So just, I guess to me, it depends on what the piece is.
That's fair.
Sometimes like long form stuff, I don't want to mix that afterwards. That doesn't sound like fun.
That is something to keep in mind. Like the average length of one of my pieces is 20 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
Mixing that down would be something.
Yeah, that just doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you, Johno. I have some stereo, pair recorded and just kind of grabbing the moment, and then other times I'm in the box and taking in live pieces and producing it out. So
and so much of the sorry, let me try this again. So many times I'm doing so many small like sub mixes like in the rack too, where if I'm gonna track out everything, sometimes it takes out some of the fun like of the performance.
Right.
But other times I know I'm gonna want it, so I open my Cubase template with 32 channels on, and I just hit record, so I don't have to think about it.
Right.
Yep.
I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, there's definitely I do both too. I used to just record straight 2-track, but I do now to just record stems and pieces and put that together in the
I actually,
in a
a
DAW.
part of me wants to move to going even further and like buy a tape machine and record to tape and have even fewer chances to do like
Yeah.
anything to it.
And if you saw the reel-to-reel that Boris has in the background of the video, that's what he records everything on. So it's not just he records all the performances to that reel-to-reel and then puts that into the computer, and then just some mastering, and then that gets put out. So that's really it has that aspect of finality, right? You burn it to tape, or
Yeah, right.
magnetize the tape with there's no going back. So he has to mix everything while he's talking about that a little bit in the interview where he's where he's mixing everything and he's practicing the performance. And he might do sampling, and then he puts all of that through a mixer onto a 2-track and then into the reel-to-reel. Okay, I want to play one more track from Zail Records. This is by an artist called Morimoto Naoki. And let me share this real quick. Here we go. And the track is called Kino. Enjoy.
I'd love to see how that was made. Yeah.
Another just gorgeous track.
Mhm.
The noise,
You can
everything
definitely
that's
tell the label.
What's that?
Oh no, I was just gonna say you can definitely tell the aesthetic of the label with all the artists. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the error grid with the very concise, like clear aesthetic for the whole thing.
Mhm.
Very different aesthetics, but I just like
Yeah.
how
It's
both
kind
have
of
such
like
a very
Grid, except
cli-
not at all.
well. I mean, in the clarity
Yeah, yeah,
of like
yeah.
what you want to be doing
Yes.
and what sort of
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the intent.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
intent
Mhm.
behind the music
Yeah.
and what he was talking about with really how he selects who comes out on the label is very much that's visible. And if you go to the website, you should really look at the website because you see this on the Bandcamp page too. That's all the cassette releases that he has released so far.
So cool.
It's and it's really an aesthetic that is really well thought out.
Not making hashtag content.
Oh fuck.
Here we are. The old
Hashtag.
classics are coming out. Content. Okay.
Doing it for the gram, Johno.
Oh, I'm getting red. Look at me. I mean, more than usual. I'm like pinking up. Oh,
All right. So let's move away from Zail Records a little bit and play something else. How about we play some Calytrix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just completely change the tone.
We're changing the tone a little
Do
bit
it.
here.
Save us, my sister.
So let's listen to it and then or do you want to say something about? So we're playing an excerpt of. Okay, you have to help me with this. Periapsis.
It's the closest point on when you have an elliptical orbit. It's the closest point to
Yeah, I
whatever
knew it.
thing you're orbiting around.
I knew it. I was gonna say
You
that.
knew it.
Exactly that.
It's a generative piece. My attempt to make something that sounded like a pendulum.
Ooh.
Oh, now you got Johnny's attention.
Oh shit! What?
Now I have a pendulum. I don't have to do this patch anymore.
All right, so
This
Periapsis,
pendulum talk.
Calytrix.
so cool.
God damn it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God damn it.
There's like 30 more
I
minutes
know.
of that one, and you don't even have to pay for it.
It is awesome. I started listening to it the other day to
It's
prepare
just
for the
too good,
show,
dude.
and I just got carried away, and all of a sudden it was like I listened to the whole thing, 35 minutes, and it was so good. It was so good. Go. You know what? What you should do is actually you should just buy the entire digital discography for $7.79, because there is more of that.
What?
There's
Yep.
like how many more? I think 5, 6.
I
Whoa.
price my music per megabyte.
Oh god.
Yes,
It's
there's
one-
a
one-
lot of music there.
It's 1 penny per megabyte. Except for I did a pay what you want on that one since it was 100% generative. That was, I built the patch, plugged it in, and let it go for 40 minutes, and then chopped, found 35 minutes I liked and just chopped it there.
Hey man.
But yeah, so that was fun. Yeah. Did a fake Benjamin using the Omi Industries dual digital shift register and the CSL.
Nice. I liked it.
Really good. Really good.
You know, like what I love about stuff like that, and I could see this like being the opposite also, you know, for somebody who didn't get it, which is fine. But I love hearing synthesis.
Mm-hmm.
I just really do. I love
Yeah.
hearing voltage, and I love like picturing it like that. And I think you could like it for a whole other reason also. Like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear sound, you know, soundscapes. I want to be taken away. And I get that. But I love hearing voltage, and I love just picturing synthesis and how this is happening. This takes a lot of work. This is not simple.
Yeah.
And
For me,
hearing
that's
textures happening. That's all. I was just
Texture is
saying,
so
and hearing
important.
like it's like constant textures moving.
Textures, timbers, timbres. That's the word. I always want to call it timber because that's how it looks like it should be pronounced. But yeah, I think that's what drew me to modular is the synthesis and like being able to concentrate on timbre. As I don't have any background in music before doing modular. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I just bought the whole discography. Fuck it.
Yay, $8.
Yeah.
No, I didn't give you $8.
And you yeah, and it's like listening to that, it's just really like mesmerizing.
It's really
I could listen
special.
to that for like hours, like literally
Seriously.
hours. So, and I do. All right, so let's play some more music. How about we play a track called Dark Circuit? Dark Circuit. What can you tell us about Dark Circuit? That sounds electric.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a track. Well, I played Frank Martin's show. His
Frank.
Frank. God, I always do that. Sorry. Thank you.
I do the same thing.
Frank Martin's show for Halloween, and I don't know. I liked one of the compositions. I made a few different ones I kept transitioning through, and this one kind of stuck with me. So I went back and just played it and recorded it, stereo pair right out, and this is it. Just that portion of it. So
Awesome. All right.
That's right.
Here we go. Dark Circuit.
Jeez.
That was the injection of energy we needed.
Yeah. That person's sitting right there. That's the person right there. Unbelievable dude. Straight warehouse.
Thank you.
Like I ever went to one, but anyway.
Killer.
Thank
Killer,
you.
killer, killer.
Someone asked what you were using for the kick.
I had to think about it. It was either the BIA or the Jomox. I think it was the Jomox kick I was using for that. Yeah,
Joe Mox.
Jomox.
Everyone's got the Joe Mox. Come on. Everyone knows what that is. What's the Joe Mox? I've never heard of it.
That's a company. They make drum machines. They make like a kick module, and I think they make some other effect thing. I'm not 100% sure, but I use that and the BIA, and like I'll put the BIA through the herb verb and kind of layer up some stuff. So
Now the BIA, I think I'm going to take notes on that one too. I've not heard of that one either. It's the BIA.
yeah, the noise engineering.
Oh yeah, I don't know that company.
A small
either.
company no one's ever heard of.
The
Right.
BIA. Let me write that one down right
Yeah.
now.
I have the reverb. I love the reverb so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
what's
using-
up with that? Like, do you think you're going to be flashing and using the other firmwares, or like, what do you think of this whole platform?
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I like the option to be able to do that, you know, and get creative and like switch it around. Although I still think I'd want to like pick up the delay. I haven't got the new delay yet, because they're both sound so good, you know, that you'd want to use them together. But
Yeah.
if you can't, like, it's nice to be able to switch it, you know.
I love the
Honestly-
concept, you know.
Mhm.
But would I be switching faceplates all the time? I don't know.
I don't think you necessarily have to switch the.
You don't have to,
faceplates,
right?
So that's, you know.
I
guess
mean,
I probably wouldn't. Yeah.
honestly, I'm just excited that they have a platform because
Yeah.
they're smart people, and I'm just
hmm
what if it's letting them like develop new interesting effects or DSP based modules quickly. I think that's really cool. I
Yeah.
don't know how much I'll actually reflash it.
I mean, bottom line, everything that Chris and Steven do is freaky deaky fucking awesome. So we could just say that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's dope as shit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Every module I've got of theirs is like something I'll never ever sell. I mean, that says it right there. Well, except I did let the BIA go.
Already broken your word.
I know.
What?
I did.
No, I have two.
You should have bought mine. Yeah.
Get 3. You could do like triple kicks.
Well, I use
Wow.
one for
All
like
tuned
textures
differently.
and- Yeah, that too. I use one for like textures and leads too.
Nice.
Yeah.
If I do something like a kick, I almost always just ping the sprot filter I have. It's one of those Ixchel Mulberry. I never remember the name, but it's by Peter Blasser. It's his Eurorack.
You got all kinds of cool freaky deaky shit, man.
I am a
Mm.
sucker for unusual modules.
Me too. Me
Not
too.
like valuable modules, but just like, oh, you don't see that in a case very often.
Right. Right.
Mm.
That was part of why I wanted to let the BIA go, is that I never want you to hear that. You know, I want to make stuff which you're like, what is that? How you making
To
that?
know that it is that.
Yeah.
I was actually resisting a lot of I now have a lot of like make noise stuff, but I was like resistant to putting a lot of make noise stuff in my case for a long time because it always felt like it had like a sound, which is good. Like I think it's a good thing that they have like a house sound that their modules kind of like gravitate towards. I was like, I don't want to sound like anyone else.
Right. Right.
I think
Mutables like that too.
dynamic
Yeah.
enough too, though, that you can, you know, I think it's like to get to their sound is like the easy, it's like
Yeah.
easy, I mean, for, the sake of that. But I mean, definitely has enough dynamic range where you can do other,
sure.
like
Yeah.
I said, like I used the BIA for like a high pitch lead before, and like you would never know that was the BIA, but
Yeah.
it-
I never pushed it, I guess. And, I think that some of the times I did, I felt like it was okay. But I was never like, yeah, see, awesome. I was always like, yeah, I did it. Okay. But, we're all so different in the ways we work, too. I think that I could have twisted it in a different way on another day and I would have loved it. I just didn't,
Yeah.
I just
There's
didn't.
a lot of modules out there. Getting hung up on trying to make a specific one work for you is not worth it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, kick
Very
wise
true.
too, I've got like just bags of great kicks that I guess I'd just rather put in a simulator. That like really boom or have more crackle or this or that. But you can't modulate them like you can with BIA. But I feel like once you're modulating kicks, like in BIA, then you're getting that sound. It's a good sound. It's a great kick and great modulation, but then, you can always spot it.
Yeah, so Surging Mass says he'll sell you a BIA.
Third BIA.
Yeah.
There you go, Trovarsi.
I track just with BIAs.
Hey,
Yeah, a whole drum kit, just BIAs.
You did that, right? Break my BIA? Or there was
Yeah.
other
We
stuff
played
in
that.
that?
Yeah, there's other stuff in there.
Oh,
I use like some IO instruments. Instruments.
That's a killer
modules.
track.
IO Instruments makes some good modules.
Yeah, they do. That filter, man. Oh, I love it. Like that little.
I got the
The girl loves
filter.
her
It's a
filters.
great filter, but most of the features are aimed at music that I don't make, so I am getting rid of it. But I love it.
We'll have to talk.
We will.
Maybe we
Because
could.
Trovarsi, you're a little short on filters, right?
No, you don't. I
Trade's
love
being,
filters.
You can't have too many
Deals
filters.
being made right here on
Thank
the
you.
show.
Thank
Deals
you.
being made. If only David was here, so he could see what deals are being made.
David who now? This name is coming up again.
David.
He's carving a new front panel for his modular out of balsa wood.
Out of sleep.
He's actually recycling his wood paneling in his basement. Oh, I heard. I don't know if it's true.
I heard
For wood
tell.
paneling.
Start selling bespoke faceplates and reverb.
Yep. David.
This just looks like 1970s paneling. It's like, no, dude, it's retro. It's so cool. This is
Yeah.
straight out of Sine Mountain's basement, man.
Right.
Yeah. You could a whole run of modules out of that basement.
I mean, if you start signing something, eventually someone's going to be like, "If it's signed, it has to be valuable, right?"
Well, if you call it bespoke, it's on, It's like,
All right.
Actually, I'd see that.
Let's play some music. How about we play some Colorado music from Colorado?
All right.
We have the Surging Mass.
oh,
in,
wait, what?
In the
Oh, yeah.
chat.
Oh,
Let's play some Surging Mass.
hold on. Let me just say, this guy, right? Like, he locks himself in a hotel room in Gary, Indiana on a business trip. This is the past, like, month and a half. And in, like, a period of whatever, he just, like, cranks out albums and singles, and it's like, it's on. Oh,
Nice.
it's killing
All
it.
right. This was released November 15th. It's called In.
As
And,
in Indiana.
Which track are we going to play, John?
Appropriate.
I don't know. I mean, let's ask him. Jason, what are we playing, man? He says 2 months.
That's a lot of months.
I don't know. This record was just so good. Every single track. Just play the first one.
All right, here we go. Surging Mass.
Oh, he says
Play number
2.
two.
Two.
He says 2.
Play
All
two.
right, then we'll
We want to make it difficult for you. That was incredible.
Surging Mass
I just
said-
added it to
from Colorado.
Nice. He said in chat that he does all of his tracks live. So that was a live recording.
Yeah, that was.
He missed the
Fantastic.
conversation earlier.
We agree on the right way to record.
That's right.
The true way.
The
No, it's
only
not.
way.
It is a fun way though.
Holly Vernon's in the chat. H to the what?
What's up, Holly?
See my voice crack there? That was good.
That was really good.
H to the V.
So, one thing that we want to talk about in the show, it's December. Can you believe it? It's December. And
I can't
so
believe
we
it's
wanna
finally
talk a little bit
December
about the year.
or
Yeah.
already.
I know.
Yeah, that too. But we had the theme kind of year in review to kind of talk a little bit about the year, whether it is via music or whether it is just from the perspective of what the year has brought us. I think it's fair to say that the year has brought us right here. You know, this show, with even with the people in the show here.
Yeah.
You know, I sat down in preparation for the show and I kind of wrote down a few things that, happened throughout the year. And when you had asked me in February or in January what I would be doing in December, I don't think I would be, I don't think I'd said I'd be doing this right
Yeah.
now with all of you. So I think that's really cool. But there were a few things kind of like March was kind of the start of the whole, world downfall, if you will, in terms of pandemic and whatever. I remember getting a haircut, and the next day everything was shut down, and then I didn't get a haircut for a long time. And if you see some of the
seem
streams
to
we
grow it
did
out.
this year, you can actually see the effects of that. But what I started to kind of capture is the things that were really cool kind of throughout the year. So I think for me, and you just agree, disagree, just chime in. I think
disagree.
it started. I know.
Except for you.
Did I?
Just
I
in
thought
general.
I said you
COVID
over
hair,
here
no.
on that side. April, SoCal Synth Society Summit. I think that was a very much a starting point
This woman right here.
for a movement
Seriously.
that kind of rippled through.
Introduced a
entire
lot of
year.
people to each other.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
So thank
Like,
you,
hey
Trovarsi.
everybody,
Thank you,
you
SoCal.
actually could stream online, You could have always done it.
Talk to each
But
other.
We're gonna start this
So-
now.
I
That's that woman right
checked.
there.
I checked. Frank was actually doing stuff in February. So
Yeah, but was
Well-
anybody going to it? No.
no, I'm just it. That to me is a starting point. Can we say that that was really one thing that really? So thank you for that, because that
Absolutely.
it for us here in Colorado, David was part of that as I think a panelist or he ran some panels or whatnot. So that's how David got involved with that and kind of got Colorado Modular Synth Society involved with that.
Did you play that show, Calytrix?
No, that was before Signals. So that
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but there's some NIMS people who are on a panel. I think. Oh no, I did. I played a piece at the end of it, like late at night. This is so long ago. It feels like it's been
I
10
know.
years.
No.
I completely forgot
Yep.
that I played a piece at the end of the summit.
For
Wow.
Because it was like a whole weekend thing in the nighttime show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The SoCal Synth Society Summit.
It was amazing.
Like
I
3 days
remember
of
that.
just like back to back, man.
Yep.
That was
That was really
unbelievable.
cool. And then I
I'm
looked
glad
up.
everyone met. It's like
Yeah.
I'm glad it had such a positive impact on.
It was huge.
It sure
Yeah.
did, because I looked it up. In April, we did our first online meetup, the CMSS meetup, and that was after the summit. If I got
And there
the
were
dates
so
right.
many messages flying like right after that meeting, like, "Hey, great to meet you. Let's get shit going."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In May, we had a few things. In May, we had the first Modular World.
Mm-hmm.
That was I remember that first one with Omri.
Mm-hmm.
That was really special.
Patrick
to see that.
O'Brien and our domain.
Because it was live. That was live, right? The SoCal, since it was kind of interviews and panels and things like that, and then
Yeah.
it
Mhm.
was recorded videos
Mhm.
and not live streaming. Because the live streaming thing is one thing, but the live streaming, like pre-recorded videos, that was something for me. It was something different.
right.
But it was fantastic. We had in May the first Bandcamp listening party.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been doing this for a long time. These shenanigans with lots of different guests and people. CMSS released the first compilation. That was a lot of work in the year, and that was for that Bandcamp listening party. In May, we had Signals, which was
Mm.
for me just absolutely mind blowing. The
Huge.
fact that I got to play.
Yep.
I think we
Yeah.
all played, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
That
played
was
that. Yeah. Mhm.
that
It was.
was
I mean,
We
New
all
York
played
Modular
that. Yeah.
Society.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
New York
thanks,
Modular
Jason. Jason,
can I talk about
saddle
names
up
a
the
bit?
robots. What's that?
Sorry, I just want to cut in. I'm sorry. I want to talk about my friends.
Yeah. I'm just Jason.
You're
saddle up the
associated with
robots.
NIMS?
Yeah, I'm.
Go ahead.
I don't have these stickers right here. No, the Signals thing was, because that was another one that was all live. So many, I forget how many acts. It was so
It was
big.
over 30. It was over.
It was over 30.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah.
coordinate that. It had a few hiccups, but it was such a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a great
Mm-hmm.
festival.
Yeah.
And thank you to Jason and Ben
John,
And John.
John and everybody for putting that on and letting us participate in that. And it was just a big catalyst of the live aspect of it.
Yeah.
You could do the streaming live at that scale, and the production was just overall.
Yeah.
I mean, they had everyone so dialed in. You got phone calls. Are you ready? And it was just so organized, right? We were
Yeah,
kind of just
yeah.
like, going
was
like
fun.
this in our meetups. But this was a whole nother level of being
Mhm.
organized. So,
That's how those three are. They're on top of things.
yep. Which then led in July to the Colorado Festival, which last year was fantastic outdoor in Colorado and Belmar. It was, you should have been there. It was fantastic, and we were so bummed that we like literally like hoping that we could do that still outdoor live, and all of a sudden it was like, no, we got to go online. And that was very much inspired, whether that was technology or whether that was how we're going to do it and those kind of things, all inspired by the Signals Festival that was, and
Nice.
SoCal, that the kind of those earlier events that kind of
Mm-hmm.
inspired the next one, right? You got one, you got
Yeah,
SoCal
definitely.
starting, then you got Signals coming in, you got the next one coming in. So that was really that's really good. And August. Frequency shift.
Fuck, man. We have not stopped like the whole time, you guys.
No,
Yeah,
no, it was
It's
not.
just been back to back.
Frequency shift was absolutely fantastic.
It was like
That's really
five weekends in a row.
5 weekends in a row.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So much good music.
oh yeah.
So
And
much
how many
You
people?
can't really say one better than the other because it was just everything was such at such a
there
high
are
level.
so many
It was
people who are like,
They were all
this is
really
my
different.
first time performing.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you're like,
What? I know.
Yep.
Even the coder, remember the
yeah.
Iris, I think?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Iris, yeah. Iris
Yeah.
Iris A or something. Iris R. And like Chantal is in the chat. She,
Yeah.
Modular
she
Marie, I think,
performed for the
played,
first
yes.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Modular Marie
Yep. Modular.
was also in the chat. She
And
performed
then a
on
bunch
that.
of them have went on to like perform in a bunch more
Yep.
Yeah.
shows afterwards.
Yep.
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 Consistently
really good.
incredible quality too.
Who else is in the chat who played on?
Holly, she and I, we played.
Oh,
We
you
could
guys
do
were
that.
on the noise
Noise
engineering thing. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Quick pivot.
Nice.
We have another frequency shift coming up in a couple weeks.
That's
Yes.
a great transition.
Nice.
Love it.
Just
Thank you for that.
did right
Yes.
there.
It's going to be a whole Saturday.
Yep.
Awesome.
December 19.
Yes.
Yes.
December 19th. Frequency
Q
Hosted
shift.
by
channels
SoCal
going to be
Synth
on.
Society.
What is? I'm sorry. I didn't-
Is it SoCal YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
SoCal and Frank Martin?
Well, okay.
Did I say that right?
Martin.
You did.
Okay, thanks.
Frank. Very nice.
Martin.
Very nice. Um,
He was
August
all telling
Modular
us how to
Houston.
say his name last time.
Yeah.
In our meeting.
Modular Houston started streaming in August.
Nice.
I don't, and then it kind of, from then on, it's kind of started doing this in a year, right? There's in the very beginning something SoCal, and then it started kind of branching out, right? There's,
Yeah.
I mean, the New York Modular Society Twitch channel. If you're not on there and support them and go to the shows that are
We do a
like,
show
happening
every Thursday.
every week or every Thursday. Now it's just yesterday. I think there was a show and it was just mind blowing.
Can I do a quick tangent here or a quick
Yeah, yeah.
like dive in here? We actually have 4 distinct shows we run on rotating Thursdays. One is Off the Grid, which is all experimental, like
Cool.
weird stuff. Often get like just fine. That one, like one of the goals is to pull that one in like across the 8th dimension, which is like a I don't know if it's like strictly mod bap, but like in that sort of vein of things, like chill
Okay.
beats and stuff with modular. Like the goals about those shows is to like try to pull in a bunch of people from outside the Synth Society into it, and be very specific. Then we have patchable performers because we run once every month a patching challenge, and so people perform that patching challenge live. And then just a regular, just a standard people from the community show on the rest Thursday, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
you guys have some real strength there, man.
Yep.
It's awesome.
That's and September. I don't know. I couldn't come up anything in September except all the shows that were going on in YMS and all that stuff. October we
It
had
was our
October
1-year
Synth-
anniversary of existing.
in September.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So
We
there
played-
was an anniversary show.
Yes.
There was the anniversary show. October we had October Skies,
Oh, jeez.
which was the
That's a
space
great
music
show.
event. Which
What
was,
a great
which was
show.
Really, 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 really good. Then there was the NYMS meets Airgrid show.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
there was
Forgetting all
so
these
many,
shows.
so many
Yeah,
shows
that
that
was
were
That
so
was
good.
amazing, too. That was
It
the
was-
Halloween show. Yeah, yeah.
That was.
And Halloween, right?
Yeah.
I wrote down a few more things, right? The Twitch streams, NYMS Twitch streams. You know, the meetups that went online, right? We've had almost every month we had a CMSS meetup, SoCal meetup, where I live soldered my Plague Bearer filter.
Nice.
And so that was really cool.
Yeah, we soldered
Um,
with the Faco. That's right.
Yeah.
A quick call out. Gerald mentioned that Seattle has been ongoing throughout the whole
Seattle.
time as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Gerald.
Same with San
Seattle.
Francisco. They have like 3 different events.
Yeah. So Frank has the resonant
Res
frequencies.
Resident.
Yep. Resident, right? And those things. His live from the studio that he's doing. So he's doing a ton of stuff. So check
What
that
about
out.
the show you guys do monthly in Colorado? The
Freak Boutique.
Freak
Yeah.
Boutique.
So I was gonna say Freak Boutique. So Freak Boutique, a monthly meetup presented by WMD, Alex Anderson,
Malarkey
running
said
that,
7 events.
and we
Fucking
yeah,
San
we
Francisco.
moved that online. We had always been streaming out of the bar, but this we moved online and ran that online, and we're going to continue to do that online for now.
Gotta say,
And,
Alex is a great host. He
yeah.
asks really good questions. He
Yep.
really pays attention to people's pieces.
Yep.
Jogging
Yeah,
House
played-
is in the chat, Christoph.
Jogging House in the chat.
Yeah. Just showed
Just-
up.
Oh yeah, you guys did Redacted.
Oh,
Hey,
wow,
Boris.
yeah.
How's
Yeah.
it going?
Yes.
So many good things going on. I think that
What about Eden Gray in Miami?
CV Freaks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
She doesn't
First
stop
Modular
doing it.
Society. So there's
Yeah.
like those
She's doing
guys
a
that are
soldering
streaming
event tomorrow.
24/7.
Yeah, yeah. She doesn't stop, man. She's amazing.
I know. I got to solder at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
So is that online? Is that a show? Or
It's
a stream?
soldering with Shackmat. I
Okay.
said that, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I think I'm building the Time Wizard.
Time Wizard's good.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
November, dude. I had my 10th Modular World.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
10th. And tomorrow's number 11. I guess that's kind of simple math, but anyway.
So, but that's what 50 artists.
5 artists per show, and one show had 6, so yeah, 51.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's really. So, I think it's fair to say that's been a big year.
Just huge, yeah.
In terms of impact, probably hard to top overall, right? That doesn't mean that anybody's going to stop in 2021. We're going to go forward, and we're going to keep this up with all the connections, all the friends we made, and things. So I think that's a
definitely.
big,
Yeah, no, we created
big
monsters.
impact
yeah.
that 2020 had.
Yeah,
Mhm.
without a doubt.
So awesome. I think we're going to
Thanks,
play some more
Alex.
music.
Oh, is that what we're here to do?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the year, and we can continue to do that as we have, as we move further into the night.
Gerald, go
But,
to fucking bed, bro. He said a
You'll
while
miss your
ago, I
face
gotta
too
go to
much.
bed. Go on, man.
All right. So next up, where's David?
David who?
Where
I
did he
don't
go?
remember.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. So we got this guy named Sine Mountain up next.
Hmm.
You know a guy?
Never
Is
heard of him.
he,
An enigma. No one's ever met him.
is he
An
related
enigma.
to the
Nobody
Colorado
knows that he
scene?
exists. I think
He's like
people
the
think that it's me.
snuffleupagus
It's
of
not
your
me.
synth society.
It's actually it's an elaborate piece of performance art by Monoscene.
Yes.
Like Christoph sees him, but no one else does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know how much work it was. If you see the interview that we did with Boris with Jogging House, right? That was a lot of work to fake that, right? It's David is
It's like a
he
hologram.
just appears.
What's
All right,
that movie
so
with the dead guy in the corner Finding Bernie?
Oh,
Is that Finding
Weekend at Bernie's?
Weekend at Bernie's? Thank you.
Weekend at
God,
Bernie's.
I'm lame.
The
Finding Bernie.
sunglasses
No.
on?
That's like David. You just prop
That's-
him up and he's like in the corner.
that's right. All right, so David
Oh,
David
no.
Soto,
That almost worked.
we love you, buddy. Wherever
Love
you
you,
are.
David.
Here's
Love you,
Sine Mountain.
David.
He has a new EP out today, Machines That Move Us Across Space, that he produced with a local Colorado guy here named Chase Dobson. So check this out because it's really, really, really good. And we'll listen to the first track called So Unfair.
Mm-hmm.
David.
Wherever you are.
You know, now I can excuse him from not being here tonight.
Very nice.
Just lovely.
Yeah.
He just released that, right?
today.
Like today.
So this is the short track on the album. There's a 20-minute, 25-minute track that comes right after that. So check that out. It's a great,
This is
great,
the
great
appetizer.
album. Yeah. Check that out.
Yummy.
Needs out a third track, and it's the digestif. It's just like 1 minute.
Yeah,
You can't say anything with that.
is that how you say that? It's digestif?
Don't trust me. I'm not as fancy as I seem.
Because you seem fancy, yo. I've never known how to say that. I think you're right with the if.
Mm.
I hope I am. We'll find out. Someone in the chat will know.
Someone in the chat will know. Right.
Fancy AF up in here.
Truly.
God
Okay.
damn it.
So
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fancy
This is like
and
the
classy.
only night of the month I drink, so
Hey, come on. No one's judging.
Yeah, no one's judging you.
Hold on.
No.
Someone's texting me. Yep, we're judging. They just said that.
you know what? They can
Is it
judge all they
David?
want. I don't care.
all right. So we had or have our friend Boris from Germany, Jogging House, in the chat.
Nice.
Thank you for getting up early.
Oh,
it's
my dog is
7:15.
here.
It's 7:15.
Thank you for
so
thank you for attending live. I can't believe it.
yes, people loved the Seil record stuff that we played so far. We'll play some more if we have time in the end here. But I think since we have Jogging House here, why don't we play something from Boris's Jogging House's new album that came
Nice.
out today, and what I would like to start with is should we listen to music first or have him talk about the album first? What do you think?
Music. Let's do music.
All right, let's do music. The decision has been made. We're going to listen to the opening track of Jogging House's new album called Companion. That's the album name. And the track is called Window. Wow.
Mhm. Lovely.
Jogging House, everybody. That was really, really, really good.
Jogging House.
You can see this the aesthetic is very similar to the whole Seil Records aesthetic. Kind of shines through it a little bit too. So it's really good. Awesome job, Boris. Boris in the chat, say hi. Check out his new album, Companion. We also are going to now. So we talked to Boris about Seil Records. We played some clips of that earlier. So the full interview, it's about 30 minutes long, about Seil Records, will go online on the Colorado Modular Synth Society YouTube channel where you're watching this. So it should be up in the next couple of days. We also talked to Boris about his new album. So what I want to do now is play a clip of that interview, and it's the same thing. It's another 30 minutes of interview. There's a lot of great stuff in there that we talked about. So it'll go up on our YouTube page, the full interview. You can check that out. Yeah, let's hear what he has to say about his new album. 1 second.
Welcome to a moment of silence.
It's
In-
usually
We're going to
David is
reflect on the
talking.
year.
Usually David is talking. Well, I'll do the clickety clack, and I'm the clickety clack guy. He's the talker. Where's David when you need him?
It's a shame because we're all really like wallflowers.
But here you go.
He's resealing his walls.
I never know what to say in these moments. I'm just so nervous.
Johno does not like to talk anyway, so
Johno
it's always awkward.
hates talking.
Okay, now quiet, and we. Oops, wrong one. Here we go.
New release today.
Yeah, I have a new album out, not on my own label, but on a friend's label, DAW, D-A-U-W. So it's the Belgium label you probably know from Benny's albums or Benoit Pioula and the Humblebee and so on. Many great artists are there, and I released an album there last year called When, and it was a lot of fun. I very much appreciate Peter's work, and we wanted to make kind of a follow-up. So today Companion is out. That is the name of the new album on vinyl. And besides that, there's also of last year's album When, which was a tape release back then. There's also now a vinyl edition there too. So 2 new LPs from yours truly on Bandcamp today.
And how is this one made? I know you're really great about like showing your process of how you make your music. So how did you approach this particular album?
I usually try to find setups, like sub setups of the gear that I have, and making albums just with whatever I put together, because I find it easier to focus on not everything at once, but just on a certain amount of instruments. And yeah, technically it's or the gear part, it's made with an Electron Analog 4 synthesizer, Seat Lombardo Diohorn organ, the theremin thing, and a small, in the back here, if you are watching the video, there I have 2 modular cases, and the smaller one is centered around sampling modules, and it's not the same state as it was when I made the album. And the album was mainly done with a dual morphogene case. So these basically just these 3 pieces recorded directly on the 1/4-inch tape, and auto bim and bam for effects. So yeah, a rather limited setup, but I found it inspiring enough to make an album with, I guess. Yeah, and
for the morphogenes, a question on the sampling. Are you sampling? Are you doing these samples, or are you using some other sample reels that are out there?
Oh no, I always sample myself, and usually I do the sampling while making a track, so it's part of the sound design for me. I start with an empty sampler, And like on this album, the samples are made with the instruments so the Dio horn and the analog 4 are the main synths, but also the sample sources. I almost always use samplers kind of to enhance the voice count that I have and make lo-fi or pitched up, down, whatever versions of like live remixes of what I'm doing and so on.
Dual morphogene.
That's impressive.
Uh-huh.
I say, because I cannot do sampling.
I read read that in the chat. I was like, you can do what you do, but you can't grok sampling.
Yeah, it does not fit into my workflow. I feel shame every day and how underused my arm heart is.
R-bar's special too, yeah.
But
Yeah, what I found interesting is the concept of, like, I have a morphogene, and the concept of using the morphogene, like what he says, filling the buffers. So you fill everything with material that you play while you're maybe practicing or you're building your patch or whatever. You sample it in there, and then you use that for the final performance. You know, I do a lot of morphogene.
That's one way to work with it. I mean, you
No, I
could
know,
like create something and fly it in.
Right. I do a lot in the DAW and just, you know, create all of those finely tuned things and put them in you know, chop them up and then put them on the card and then, you know, put them back in the morphogene. But I thought the you know, just using it as a sampling device while you're building the patch, I thought that was a really interesting. I hadn't used it that way. I've done some live sampling with it, but not to just. Not, you know, in a patch while a patch was running, live sampling something, and then like Bassput is really good at that, like playing his little guitar thing, and then all of a sudden it starts like morphing in the morphogene. But just using it as kind of just like this bucket that you throw material in, or this drawer that you can then withdraw it from in another performance or when you do the real performance. I thought that was a real interesting interesting approach, and you do that with two now. I never thought about two morphogenes.
Yeah, that seems like it's pretty impressive.
Just a case of morphogenes.
And he's also getting R-bar on the way. Yeah.
Nice.
Johno.
Trovarsi, I think you might have a good segue right here.
Right. Next week is Gear Dive Jam, and we happen to be diving into the morphogene. And Johno is on as a guest. Johno Wells and Walker Farrell are our guests for Gear Dive Jam. So
nice.
Walker from Make Noise, right? Nice.
That's
nice,
Trovarsi's like series. It's just dope.
Yes.
Thank you. It's a fun excuse to dig into gear, you know, that we all love and want to learn how to use and see how other people are using it. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Thursday.
Great.
Gear Dive Jam.
Gear Dive Jam. And then you have Faders Up. That's another show, right?
Yes.
We didn't talk about these shows in the year rewind.
Yeah, that's right. We forgot about those.
Trovarsi dreamt up these two other shows.
Yes, there's more shows. Faders
Hardest working woman in modular. Right there. Right there.
Jam is great.
Right there.
There.
I don't work nearly that hard.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like so. High five.
Come on. Come on now.
There you go.
There.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll fix it in post.
I'm like the dude at the party. Yo. Oh.
Yes, we'll fix it. We'll fix it in post.
Missed you. Missed it.
David will fix it in post. He's working hard.
Yeah, he's actually re-editing the video right now as we're going.
The beginning.
He's like, Johno is so bad he can't even do a high five. Come on.
All of the not funny Johno jokes. He edit those.
So we're gonna have like an hour of content left.
That's right. All right. So that was Jogging
was me,
House.
I'm sorry.
No, I can take it. It's bad. It's bad.
That was Jogging
Every
House.
month, he's like, come back.
New album Companion out. Check it out. The links in the chat. Buy the album. Support the guys. Support Seil Records. You know, if you like what you heard, great label. Puts a lot of work into that. So in the interview, that unfortunately we can't play the whole thing today, but in the interview we'll put the links in the usual places, the Discords and the mailing lists and everything. But there's a lot of information about the label and how much work it is, and kind of what kind of goes into it. There's some interesting conversation there, and then there's some more conversation about his album and kind of his workflow, recording, and all those kind of things. So we'll have that up on the Colorado Modular Synth Society YouTube page, where you are watching this show right now. That is about the Bandcamp day, the last Bandcamp day of the year.
Yes.
I hope your carts are full with new music from Seil Records, Jogging House, Johno. Have you played some Johno? No, we haven't. We will.
Okay.
Trovarsi, Calytrix. So there's a lot more music that we want to play.
My God,
And,
it's too full.
I know. Let's. Should we play some music now?
Yes. Wait, I just want to say thank you
Yep.
for having me, and I'm going to stick around for one more, and I just want to say goodnight to everyone in the chat after that. I'm joining CV Freaks tomorrow with Eden to solder at 7 a.m. So, yes, that's why.
That's an
There we
early
go.
morning solder.
Twist a little more this way.
My
The,
shack-
There you go. There you
That's
go.
very
Right there.
nice. Yeah, CV Freaks. It's on their YouTube channel. Just look CV Freaks, FREQS. Look it up. Eden Gray. She does a lot of stuff too, so that's going to be great. Tomorrow, 7:00. Depending on how long, Calytrix and I run this show, we might or may not make that. So we'll see.
Last time, man.
I'm
Last
on the
time it
East
was more than.
Coast.
It's the last. We're going to take this all the way. So
Last time it was like a 4-hour show.
It was.
I know. We're like 2:30.
Well, to be
right
fair,
now,
we didn't
so
have Christoph last time, so we played like probably
3
2
songs.
fewer songs than we've played tonight in 4 hours.
Oh God.
Okay, so thank you, Trovarsi, for joining. It's always great to have you here. Thank you for everything. I we talked about before in the review, kind of started a movement here throughout the year, a modular movement that was a big part of what got us all into this and brought us all here to this place that we are right now. So thank you very much for that. Thank
Absolutely.
you for all you do, your shows, your
You're welcome.
videos. Check out
So happy
Trovarsi's
part of it.
Instagram. Lots of good stuff there, techno jams and everything. So there's always good stuff. So support Trovarsi on Bandcamp. Follow her on Instagram. Great stuff.
Thank you.
All right.
guys.
So
Appreciate it.
now we're going to play some music by a good friend of ours, Mr. Mark Mosher,
Nice. Who's in the chat?
who's in the chat and who by himself had a huge influence on the Colorado scene and beyond, because Mark Mosher is the guy behind the Rocky Mountain Synth Meetup. Hundreds and hundreds of members, great meetup, great, now switched to online too. Does a lot of very targeted events with, kind of showcases of technologies and talk about very specific topics, or the general meetup. So great guy, big influence on all of the meetups going on, I would say all across the country. So that's great. So Mark has a new track out today, called Beguiled, I think. That's my English as a second language. So Mark, forgive me. So I will
Beguiled,
I will
maybe?
Beguiled. Is that how you say it?
Yes, beguiled.
Beguiled. Okay.
Come on, man.
What?
English doesn't make any sense. It's fine.
I was the one who
Beguiled.
had to speak French earlier to pronounce it, and Jerome wasn't there, luckily,
Yeah, actually.
to hear my bad French pronounced.
No,
I'm sorry, Jerome.
I thought you did pretty well.
Yeah? Okay.
Hey, Mark,
All
I
right.
want to tell you this while you're here, man. Your Sonic Encounters Volume 3 I got back in September. That has been like one of the nicest like return listens in my Bandcamp library.
Very
I
nice.
love that album.
Yeah, check out. I'll put the link to Mark's Bandcamp page in the chat. But this is a new track. But yeah, check out the other stuff. There's a lot of great stuff on there. All right, here we go. Mark Mosher.
All right.
Some really fun transitions in
Yep.
that one.
Jeez.
Really good.
Just
Work
so
motion.
rich. Just so rich. So much there.
So good. So good.
I'd like to come to Colorado and meet
Oh
this
yeah,
guy.
yeah. So you, Mark, and I, and whoever wants to, we're gonna have maybe a separate Zoom session on a few things. I think you guys should talk.
Mark, you and I definitely
You
need to talk.
like Resolume. You need to talk a bunch of things.
Oh, that's right.
Yep,
You were
I was
just telling me.
about
Yeah,
that. And I
yeah.
was talking to Mark too, and so yeah, you guys should talk because he wants to go into video stuff, and so you guys should just do one of your chit chats thingies that you do.
Mark, can we make this happen, man?
Yep.
Come on.
Video synth is one of those things. Like I keep having to tell myself, "You're not going to get into this.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to get down this other rabbit hole." DIY was that, and then the dam broke, and now I own an oscilloscope and a benchtop power supply. So like with
Yeah.
vid
There she
synth,
goes. Yeah.
It's so great. We have a guy here, Mike Eslick. He's into video synthesis. So we do these meetups at the in-person meetups when we can do them, when we could do them, when we will be able to do them again at the WMD warehouse in Denver. And people bring all their stuff, and so he brought like video synths and stuff, and you know, you could just play with it, and it's just so dope, so good, so good. All right, that was Mark Mosher.
yeah. So what's next? More music? More bullshitting? What's the plan? We're only at 2 hours and 41 minutes.
Well,
Like
2 hours and 41 minutes. That's right. We
Wow.
get more music.
I'm in no rush.
All right. So then, why don't we play some Johno?
some Johno. Who's
Some
that?
Johno.
I gotta
He's, I
stop
think,
reading my
a-
email.
A friend of David's, yeah.
Friend of
Um,
David's.
So you talk because Johno is special. I'm gonna have to prepare this a little bit. Oops.
I mean,
All right.
like, great musician.
Okay. Thanks. It's good.
Uh,
Thank you. We're good. Thanks.
Just
Just stop that.
Great.
No.
no.
You're gonna play something from that
So
live
Johno-
performance thing, right?
Johno is special. So
Nah,
because
we're not gonna
Johno's-
do this. No,
Because
no.
Johno is special, we're gonna do this.
I'm just gonna make noise now.
So tell us 2 sentences about the performance, and then we're gonna kick this off.
You're smart to make me do 2 sentences. Does that count
Hey,
as
I-
one?
This
No.
is like
We're not
No, I
letting
just
you off
did-
that
yeah, no,
easy.
okay, so
Fuck.
we do this like my son, you know.
You're smart.
You gotta eat 1 bite, and then you can talk 2 sentences, and then eat one
Okay,
more.
okay. This is my latest live performance that happened a couple weeks ago at San Diego Music and Art. That was here. It was just amazing to get out and actually play. No audience except my wife and daughters. There's 2 sentences.
Perfect. And we're going to listen to this, Mr. Johno Wells, Excelsior. Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Golf with Ghost says, all I'm seeing is that Pam's down there with with 7 at tempo states. Johno, use that Pam's.
That was really good. I love the
Thanks.
visual aspects that you're starting to incorporate in your
Man,
videos
that
and
was
things.
that was such a treat because they said that they had a projector and they said I could make some visuals and bring them, and that actually pushed me to do what I'm doing now. I bought a little projector, I got Resolume going, and I'm like, how does a filmmaker and video guy, like, why wasn't I doing this for years? It's just like embarrassing. But it was really fun to make some visuals and to bring it and to play in the projected light image that I always love seeing that. It was a coherent set, which is rare for me. Usually I would just kind of let it rip and create a bunch of problems and just kind of mess around with them, but I really felt like I wanted to build parts out and think about transitions and kind of think a little more.
No, that
So
was
it's
really
got
good.
like 4 separate movements, and I put it on Bandcamp as a single. But yeah, that's the full video. It's like 30 minutes.
Nice.
Thanks.
You know what? Okay, I'll put the link in the chat because I replaced the link to Bandcamp with the link to YouTube.
I could send it
That
to you.
that was very smart. So
Logistics are hard.
You're running it all, man. Usually it's you and David.
But
You're
David
doing-
left to paint his
You're doing
miniatures
just
collection.
great.
he painted what?
His miniatures. You've never played like Warhammer like 40K or whatever?
I don't know that.
No.
Never played any like tactics games that need miniatures?
Risk?
Wow.
Perhaps. Okay, so I'm looking up the link here.
Here you go, man. I'll
No,
put it
I
in
don't.
the thingy here.
I got it here.
Already sent it. There you go. No, Pam's
There we
is a
go.
funny one. This is to Golf with Ghost thing. I end up either that was I brought my whole rack out for that patch. I didn't try to constrain I'm just going to use this performance case. I started building that performance out, and I just used more and more and more, and I was like, I just got to bring everything then. But then, yeah, there's a good 10, 15 modules that are just doing nothing in the patch.
Yep.
I was really self-conscious about that when I stream with showing all of my stuff. I'm like, it's not so much of this isn't patched up. It's like,
I've got to use it. I've got to put patch cables in it. No.
it's like you already have 4 voices. You don't need more.
Right. Pam's just didn't get used, but there was 7 lights blinking and I was using 1. I can't imagine what I was doing. I don't recall. That's probably 6 batches ago. But I do love Pam's, but whatever.
That's just one of those modules. I wanted to get it, but
I do love Pam's.
Yeah.
It lives up to its hype, its reputation.
And you're new
really
to the
good.
Pam's
I am.
army. Yeah.
It's been a couple of months now. It's been a few pieces. I use it. My use of it, I think, is a testament to how flexible it is. It's I usually keep it in sub 80 BPM and heavily use the Euclidean sequencing and randomness and skipping.
That's what I would love to do. That's what I would use.
The stepped random is great, and the quantizer is great, and obviously all the regular stuff is great.
The Euclidean gate stuff is easy enough to set up that I actually pulled my Euclidean circles
Oh my god.
out of my case because I can do very similar things in PAMs.
But Euclidean
especially-
circles is so much more jammable and so much performier.
Yeah, but I found I often wasn't doing that with the sort of music I was making. I'm not saying PAM's is a better module, but for what I do often, I'm not jamming on the gate frequencies. Or if I am, I can CV that. Yeah, I can CV that with PAMs, I believe. Yes. So But usually I don't. Usually it's like that's like a fixed point in whatever else I'm doing, mainly just because like I don't come from that background with like doing percussion. So
Mm-hmm.
well, they're both excellent modules.
They're so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just so different. Like Pam's as like a utility, I think is great. And then they've just added so much to it, you know.
It is a Swiss Army knife.
Totally.
Yeah.
Golf with Ghost says, just learned you can reassign the reset input to cycle outputs 1 through 4.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Hold on, let me read that again. Reassign the reset input to cycle outputs 1 through 4.
So like the rotating clock divider, you know, like you can
Right.
trigger and it will move. So yeah,
Whole
that's
new world for drum patterns, but it's a lot of setup. That sounds rad. I followed this one YouTube video somewhat recently when the firmware happened with all the quantized stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just about setting up a stepped random plus quantized, and it was just like, it was brilliant. It was just such a great video. Kyle Monroe is in the chat, San Diego. He says you can rotate just 1 through 4 or all.
Oh wow.
Dude, Kyle, man, I miss you. This is like, I do modular on the spot San Diego here, and he was like old guard, man. He was here way before I was. This guy posts all the time, super talented, crazy, freaking talented genius. I miss you, man. I miss our San Diego shows. We will be back. It'll happen.
Yep.
Someday.
You and I need a little catch-up chitty chat, my brother.
Yep.
Next on our list is someone you might have heard of, monoscene.
What's this?
What?
Yeah. I don't know.
Have no stinking track out. What?
What? You,
That's
Was
my
I
brother.
misinformed?
you, my
That's
brother,
usually,
have a brand new track out, and it's your first kind of, come on, give us a little bit of talk here. This was a big
Yeah,
deal.
so-
You have to give at least 2 sentences.
Well, I think
get
you
2
should get
sentences.
3.
Sweet. We stick to the rules. It's the rules. 2 sentences. Yes. So David from Mystery Circles asked me to participate in his single series, the Mystery Circle single series. Awesome series. And this is my my contribution to that series. Was released on Wednesday. All Bandcamp proceeds go to Afrorack, all of it. So if you can support that cause, that is a great cause to support. So here we go.
Thanks.
The click, and more click, and more click.
You got this. Come on.
I,
I'm always impressed.
this
with
is
the
the
sounds you get
hardest
out of a
part. This
small
is the hardest
system.
part. Here we
Come
go.
on, man.
And here we
You
go.
got this. There we go. God,
That was really cool.
Thank you.
tell us about the construction here, man.
You do all this like your small systems, right?
Yeah. So a 3U 104 HP. It's basically the majority is an SMR, 4MS SMR. Everything that the majority of the sounds is really an SMR through a plague bearer filter. And then the SMR is sequenced, or I have a filter 8 in there that can be set to be an LFO, so it has like all these phase offset LFOs, and you can. I morph the banks up and down, but the plague bearer does a lot of the distortion in the. So it's basically distorted sine waves, the whole thing. But it's different tracks. I recorded a bunch of basic tracks and then assembled it in Ableton kind of in post-processing. Somebody was asking what the vocal samples were. That's me singing.
Nice.
So it's
Remember
just
you were singing on that one thing which you did for October Skies, right?
yeah.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it was something. And then the end sequence is also the SMR, and that time it is plugged, with a gate, and then there's just a sequence, a 7-step sequence that kind of modulates the CV, and then there's a little bit of digitone on top that kind of makes it sound like a little bit of a piano. So.
Nice.
I'm looking
Every
at
time
Sorry, Calytrix.
I was gonna say, every time I hear your stuff, it makes me want to try the SMR. It's like, yeah, I could fit it somewhere.
Yeah.
It's huge. So I'm looking at it right now. I didn't know what it is. A spectral multiband resonator.
So it's a filter bank. It's 6 filter bands. It has an internal white noise generator. And so basically the white noise, if you don't plug anything into the inputs, the white noise goes to the filters, and then you can resonate the frequencies of the bands. And the bands of the frequencies are assignable frequencies that can be set to scales or custom frequencies or whatever. So you have 6 of those. The faders fade those frequencies, the filter up and down, so you can control the peaks of that filter. There's a ton of options in it. It's really a really deep module. You got to do a lot of. I cannot use it without the manual. So I've seen Caitlin Aurelia Smith play it with you can do these crazy things where you hold the buttons at the top and then release them, and then the sequence and the bands change and things like that. I'm not at that point at all, but it's been for the last 6 months at least a staple in my case as a sound generator. So it has envelope followers. So out of the 6 filter banks, you have 6 envelope followers that you can either set to slow, fast, or gates. So you set them to gates, and then you put that in there, and you got all kinds of, drummy things that you can do, and it's just, I love it. It's one of my favorite modules.
I am impressed at the bifurcation in 4MS's module line, where there's these extremely simple modules, like the rotating clock divider, and then there's the spherical wavetable navigator and the spectral multiband resonator that are just so far on the other end of the spectrum.
This thing just hurts my head. I'm looking at it and I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm just I don't want this thing at all.
I think
it's all sine waves. So you got to be. That's one thing. It can get out of control.
It's all Sine Mountains.
It's all Sine Mountains. Little. Where's David?
First, David.
So I
Sorry
don't
for
know.
derailing you.
No, it's fine. It's funny. It's you know, we see how funny it is how many people drop off the stream.
They're like, God, this shit got boring, yo.
So, but yeah, it's sine waves. So what I really like to do is put it through some kind of distortion. And I just got the Geranlog Fold 6,
Oh, nice.
and I put it through that, and it just sounds like
I think
it's amazing.
I think it's the thing I always struggled with it. Like I never owned it, but I played with it a bunch of times at New York's local modular shop, Control. And like it felt like it was really easy to make like some very pretty like chimes.
Yes.
And then very hard to make it do other things.
Yes. It's very, so a lot of people, so for a while, when I read online, people said you have that SMR sound. You can do pads with it and all kinds of things but they all sound kind of like very similar. And I still have that problem sometimes. But when you add, so you have an even and an odd output, so you have two outputs. And so you can, so the even bands and the odd bands. So you can put half of those through a distortion thing and then mix them back together. And then you get really, that unlocks some timbres that you couldn't get before. When you use it, I use it sometimes just as CV. It's big. It's big for the case, but just as CV, it's a great reharmonizer. You put program material through it and just have it resonate on that program material. Or I put like an output from the Morphogene into the input, have the Morphogene play a sample, and then have the other output of the Morphogene go to the mixer audio out, but the other output goes to the resonator, and then that resonator gives me 6 envelope followers with gates that then the Morphogene plays the sample, but the SMR just generates the gates that drive other things based on what the Morphogene plays.
Really
and
cool.
Then when you so that's,
I think this is one of those things, interesting things. It's like, just because you're making a small, like a constrained case doesn't mean you need to use small modules. Sometimes there's a lot of benefit in just picking a few really deep modules and just having those and just diving as far as, because like Morphogene is also a really deep module. Yeah.
And I'm looking at it right now. So I have clouds, SMR, Morphogene, and that's half the case of a 104, right? And so,
but each of those is just massive.
Yeah, yes.
In what it does, not just.
Yeah. And I made a trade-off because I had a DLD in there, which is the other one, 4MS, that I love. I love the DLD, but I had it in there and I replaced it with a Morphogene. So the purpose of that case was really constrained. So I really wanted to say I'm going to do it with this and nothing else. So I'm not swapping a module out and then doing. So the track was all created with one thing, and then I added a digitone at the end, but that was kind of just to fill a little bit of things in. And but it was it was a good exercise. So I love the small cases.
I do too. I love doing that.
Yeah, I saw you and your performance. That was even a smaller case, I think. It was not 104 that you used in that.
Are you talking about the
one with the Bitbox Micro, and
that was for October Skies?
Yeah, October Skies.
That was with 80.
80. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Yep. That's.
Well, I mean, it was a very certain kind of thing. It wasn't like I couldn't do a lot of stuff that I usually would do or would want to do. So it was a very specific thing.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Super fun.
Now that I have a proper Benjamin, I think I could do it for like APs. Because like Benjamin's like 3 modules in one already.
Absolutely.
Like
you got the afterlater one?
I did.
I did too.
And I got 2 Turing machine expanders also from Afterlater.
Oh, did you do the expanders for it?
Yeah, they're great.
So.
You and I might need to have a little chitty chat on that, because I looked at those I looked at those expanders, and I just don't feel like I'm smart enough to really know how to use them. Like I sold my my Epoch modular Benjamin, so I could get the Afterlater one. Just one of the main reasons was just all the outputs are like reasonable now. Like the Epoch one, I felt like I would only use maybe 2 of them just because the volumes were just like all over.
Oh yeah, it's so nice to be able to just patch into the Benjamin and not have to think about it.
Yeah, and the clock, and it's just there was a like After Later made a lot of good improvements.
Mixing in an external audio into the filter, yeah,
huge.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the benefit of them depends on like if your desire with the Benjamin is to use it at slow clock rates to do modulation, and then let it kind of be like a Turing machine, or if you're mostly doing like high clock rates and it's a sound source that besides pinging, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's if it's a sound source, you can use pulses to do like subharmonic like wave shaping stuff, but
like I like using it as a voice, like just as much as a CV generator. I just love it.
Does great at both. Sorry for the Benjamin tangent.
Come on.
It's a great tangent. We should have a
Absolutely. We should have a Benjamin episode.
I would love to have one. I wanted to build one, DIY one, because you couldn't get them for a long time. But I might look at that After Later thing because
get the After Later one. It's brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
they
the expanders
involved
and all that
Hortic
stuff
in the redesign that they did, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I think so. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Here, hold on a second. We could do a little close up.
Gotta pull up the right camera.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the thing right there.
And I got these little tall toppers from Thonk.
Oh.
Which I put over the little guys.
Those are nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. All right.
That thing's awesome.
We're going to play some more music. We had a...
Good night, Jason. Surging Mass is going to bed.
Night, Searching Mass. Let us know when you get a Benjamin.
We're going to send you off with some voltage controller.
Oh, rad.
Pick up the energy again.
Shiro, our brother from SoCal Synth Society.
He was on one of the a Modular World, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Shiro played
he's a
our
good
festival
guy
too.
Nice.
He's great.
Yeah, nobody does it like Voltage Controller, man.
Voltage controller. Here we go.
Good title.
OG Modbat movement right here. So neat.
Mm-hmm.
I love, you know, he does so much different stuff. It's so varied, and I love hearing this side of his stuff too, because he really knows how to bring the boom, and that side of his stuff is just so rad always.
Mhm.
And it's just so cool to hear him do other stuff.
Yeah, this is very like minimal, but still.
Mm-hmm. Love you, Shiro. Miss you, man.
Yep, that was a great track. He has had a few albums out this year.
He does so much on Instagram too.
Those
Like his
tapes,
Instagram
yeah.
feed's incredible. Follow it.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely. Positive messages, cool vibe. Great, like, daily dose of good.
Yep.
Daily dose
right.
of good chill vibes.
I got some more music. Let's crank some more out before Johno needs to go.
Oh God, it's 11:30.
Here's a
It's not like you have anything to do tomorrow. It's not like you're gonna run a show.
Hey, look, we're all busy. I'm not saying I'm special busy, but I do have to get up really early.
I know.
This
We'll
guy,
let you go.
we got to get him on Modular World, man. I've been watching his Yaw on Insta channel for a minute.
Yep.
We got to get him on.
So this is a release today on Mystery Circles. Yaw Evans. Watch the Instagram. Go look at the Instagram.
Yeah.
I'll put the link out there. This is really, really, really good. So this is the track called 512, a live modular jam.
Man. What
Really
fun.
cool.
That's a jam
So
right
fun.
there. That was a live jam. So
Yeah,
It's a great jam.
that's
Super,
great.
brought the energy back. It's 2:30 a.m. here.
Oh
So
my god.
yeah.
She's hardcore. It's like, what can I say?
So go ahead.
it's really good.
She
was
doesn't want
gonna-
to be the one to leave. I get it.
I don't.
get it.
Never. I'm never gonna be the first one out.
Much respect. Much respect.
That is fine. That is fine. I know we're gonna have to wrap it up here soon. So Bandcamp Day is coming to a close. We had some great music today. Great music from Seil Records. Shout out
Yes.
to Jogging House, Boris in Germany, who joined us earlier. And go support them. Great label. The tapes are just awesome. They got vinyl too, if that's your jam. Boris has a new album
Vinyl
out.
2, the sequel to vinyl.
Vinyl 2, the revenge of the tape. So Boris has a new album out, Companion. Jogging House has a new album out, Companion, out today on DAO label in Belgium. So that's great. Check that out. Yeah, we got a few more songs here, so we could. Do you guys want to look at the remainder of the playlist and just pick something? Otherwise, I'll pick.
Well, we got another Colorado person here with the nasty nachos. This is
Yes, let's do that. We love Alex.
It is the Colorado Modular Society
It's a
listening
Colorado-
party after all,
And friends.
and friends.
It's half of the Colorado Modular Synth Society listening party, because where's David?
David? Who's David?
There
It's getting
he is.
it's getting a little awkward. Like
It is.
I
It
mean,
is.
he should be here by now.
He's almost 4 hours late.
His name comes up every now and then. It's just like, I don't know.
Traffic in Denver can't be that bad.
No, I don't think so.
I'm,
So there's
I'm
15
almost
people.
there, man.
We have 15 people still listening, and
Despite our
Super-
best efforts.
despite our best efforts of, no, that's not true. We appreciate everybody joining even this late. I'm serious. This is a great thing. This is this is somebody that is a good friend of ours, Alex Anderson, Nasty Nachos. Much love to this guy. I want to play. This is one of my favorite releases of the year. His Getaway EP. It is so positive and so just. I know it's December right now, but it's Colorado, so there's always sun, and there's always something shiny around here. So this is a great EP. Go pick this up, and the song that I'm playing here is. Let me see what
I love that picture, man. Look at that picture.
That's Alex. Like, yeah, if if you can tune into Freak Boutique, hosted by Alex, that's a great way to get to know him and the other people from Colorado here. We are listening to the song "Faded in the Sun." Nasty Nachos.
Just like no
It's so
one,
fun.
no one does it like that, right?
We did
No.
a huge
That's so
backyard
good.
project in the during the summer, and I had the speakers out on our back patio, and it was out towards this open space where all my neighbors are, and I was just listening to this all day. It was so great.
Making friends,
Yep.
making friends with your
it's
neighbors.
like, hey, what's that music? That's Alex. So good. Much love to the guy. He's
It feels produced in a way that I generally don't feel like get from modular music.
Right, right.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot more than modular in it too. I mean, he's
Yes.
a synth guy, you know.
Yeah,
He's-
he went to this studio Rosen Sound in I think LA or somewhere, and they had like everything, every synth you can imagine. There's like pictures on his IG, but so he did a bunch of recordings there. But there's a lot of WMD modules on there, and everything is sequenced by Metron and all that. But yeah, it does feel like very. And this live is absolute killer.
I just would never have stones to sing like that, just to put myself out there like that. That takes some stones, man.
Yep, absolute killer. And he has such a broad ability to do things.
Yep.
I don't know, Lillian, if you remember the Freak Boutique that you played.
The first one or the second one?
I think it was the first one where he was just jamming on his, like, all over the place, like
when he decided to do experimental atmospheric stuff for the first time,
Right.
just because he heard because of the submissions he got.
Yeah, I think he listened to your track. I sent him your track and said, and he's like, he just did that, and
I want to try it.
he does
That was-
ambient stuff. We had a show here in Colorado that David put on in a gallery where he showed up with a guitar and he was playing it with a big metal nail and rubbing it over the guitar, like, bowing it with that metal nail, and it just into the effects pedals, and then all kinds of, like, what he did at the October Skies. The guy is just so incredible.
Dude, the most recent October Skies, his performance.
So
It's
talented.
like tearjerker, man. And not just
Nope.
for me. I'm saying
Nope.
it was good. Like it was just
Nope.
like gorgeous.
Alex the man.
I said it earlier, but I want to say it again. I think that sort of musicianship comes through in his hosting of Freak Boutique, where he just clearly cares about music and
Mhm. Yeah.
understanding it. It comes
Yeah.
through in his hosting and the questions, and it's great.
He's a good guy. Yep.
And that's for me is like I wouldn't be here without him, like, because that is not only in the online version, but that's how he runs the local part too, right? He MCs that in the bar, and it's just so welcoming. You come in, he fist bumps and all that, and said, hey, there's encouragement and all that. He does so much for the community, and that's a great thing. So WMD in general, they let us host the meetup at their warehouse, and there's always they give you tours of the warehouse and the facilities and all that. They're just a great people, and Alex is a great guy. So
Someone needs to clip this and send it to him to make him thoroughly embarrassed.
we'll point them to the show.
It's a love fest, man. We love you, bro. We love you, bro.
Johno. Well, I think we're about ready to wrap this up here. So it's funny because every time I am on this show, we do this Bandcamp listening party, I literally get my order in with like 5 minutes to spare. I'm at least at the stage now that I have my order in my phone, but I'm trying to order Thamel, and I want the vinyl, so I need to order the vinyl.
You want the address?
No, I got it in here.
All right.
But thank you both, and thank you, Trovarsi, and thank you, David.
Yes.
David,
Thanks, Sophie.
David couldn't be here with us tonight. He was busy.
Thanks, Mark Mosher, for just buying Excelsior live. Thanks, man.
Yep. Thanks everybody for supporting artists on Bandcamp.
Thank you.
Bandcamp Day. The last Bandcamp Day, right? I don't know. I mean, they should just keep this going.
I'm sure they
I-
will.
I hope they do into the next year.
Yep. This would be fun because we want to keep going. And you know what? We're always 20 minutes away from a 4-hour stream. So
Holy cow, 3:39.
who'd have thunk it? So we
Yeah.
have one more track. We had a label spotlight, Seil Records today. We had a spotlight for Jogging House, who runs Seil Records, but he has a new album out. So check that out. Links are in the chat. We're going to update all the artist links in the event description here in tomorrow or so. We have Modular World tomorrow.
We do.
The last Modular World for 2020, right?
Let me tell you who's playing really quick.
I don't think that there's anything else. Oh no, sorry. What's on the 19th?
Oh, that's
Frequency shift.
That's frequency shift. Yeah.
Frequency shift, right. So we don't want to say it's the last thing that happens in December, but things are kind of winding down a little bit. So Modular World, frequency
Yeah.
shift.
Yums, I've just heard that one of our shows is roughly aligning with the New Year, so we're going to be doing it kind of a New Year thing.
New Year's.
So I don't know any details, but
New Year's Modular Society.
New Year's Modular Society, yeah.
Heard it
NYMS,
here
yeah.
first. That's it. That's awesome.
You could,
yeah, the weekly
pivot
shows.
to, you know.
Check those shows out. The Twitch. I'll put the link to the NYMS Twitch in the chat in the chatter.
Can you put in the Modular World too?
Yep.
No.
I can send you that. Shut up.
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it saved.
He doesn't have that one. Here, let me put it in the chat here.
In 2021, we're gonna figure out this like a 4-hour Bandcamp listening party into Modular World scheduling.
That's right.
Yes.
It does often happen just before. All right, let me tell you guys who's playing tomorrow. Sistiviak is playing, and he's from France. You got Thanos from the Netherlands. This guy's amazing. Death Parade March from the US. Stoke, part of your
Yeah.
New York City crew, is playing tomorrow.
He has so many Schwimmen modules.
Oh, he's so cool. British guy living in the living in the Big Apple. Tangled Waves is going to close, and these two, this is
nice.
the husband and wife team from Montreal, and she draws on a tablet as he's playing, and they overlay the graphics. So it's like graphic plus music. It's beautiful. We have another episode of Gerald's Gear, and with Gerald Fjord. Worst mistake I ever. No, it's great. It's yeah.
Now you've signed a contract and you can't back out.
I signed a contract with him. He's on 14 episodes. I'm paying him a lot of money. I'm doing
That's how
none
he's
of
getting
those
all the
things.
new gear.
Those kind of jokes didn't go over well last time with the meetup that we had, where there was like a little open mic, intentional open mic, and people thought that was real. So you gotta be mindful of what we put online here.
Well, that's why
You
he
might get a call from Gerald's agent to.
That's why he's on contract. He can't back out. He owes me 14 episodes. Yeah. Are you gonna play a track by the guy whose name starts with an I and ends with an I?
There's a bunch more I's in between.
Yes.
And a T and an A? Okay, let me talk about
Yes.
this one. So, our brother Etai, right? You saw him last show on Modular World completely burn the house down. And three tracks were combined in this live performance. And the last one, Everything Changed, he just released today as a single. Absolutely killer. And he also released a music video for it that looks like it's just straight off MTV. Super high quality. Crazy. This guy, like, he got a live drummer to play with him, his friend SF Spectre there. And man, the 3.5 minute pop song on Modular. Come on, who does this?
Right.
Etai does this.
Here we go.
That was something else. Just
I know. It's like we're supposed to come up with like witty remarks or like wows. You know, it's like, what do you say?
I feel like that just should have straight up just been an outro. Because like, what do we do next?
It's just brilliant, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was.
Watch that music video. Like I watched it earlier. I was just like, I give up.
Yeah, he's so talented in his visuals and all that, and the music and how like the poppy melodies, but he also has some more like the more it's more the rougher vocals too. It's not just
Got the post rock style.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's a post rock style. Exactly.
plus
So that's
modular
really-
though. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. While playing it.
I know.
So that's
And- Dare I say, looking good doing it. You know, come on. He's
something
got the leather
you could never
jacket.
do.
He's got no. I look like shit. He's got the cool leather, jacket, the cool hair. The guy's awesome. Killing
Gotta
me.
have an aesthetic.
That's
Killing
fair.
me. I was cool for like a minute when I was like 17. Okay. Like
I was not cool when I was 17. I can't imagine that being.
maybe like half a minute.
No.
Got the black fingernails, got the Robert Smith hair. Like a minute, man.
Really?
I did build 2 giant trebuchets when I was 17.
That's cool.
16-foot long throwing arms.
Oh, that's what that is. The trebuchet, the big boom thing.
Yeah, the big catapult.
Oh.
I used one to somehow a friend of mine convinced an English teacher I had that building a castle out of cardboard and a trebuchet should substitute for an English project. I'm not kidding. This happened. The
You and I
castle,
would have hung out.
the castle was like 14 feet long, 10 feet wide.
You and I would have hung out. For sure.
That's
Damn it.
It's amazing. Okay, so we're about 4 minutes out. I need to get my order in. And
Yeah. Don't fuck up now. Come on, dude.
because otherwise I'm
You got
You
4
just-
minutes.
You're just throwing money away. Come on.
that's not gonna
Money
that's
that
not
could be
gonna-
going to artists.
That's right. All right. Close it out, Christoph. Come
That's
on.
right. So we're closing out. Thank you very much for hold on, review and confirm.
Trebuchet for the win. Mosher.
All right, here we go. My order is going through.
Good man.
Thank you everybody for joining. Johno, Calytrix, Trovarsi, everybody.
Love you guys.
Thank you. Love you guys. It's so much fun. Almost 4 hours again. We love David, who couldn't be here today. He was not feeling well, so he said to make it a thing to always wonder where he is. So this was
For
not
fuck's
just us.
To honor his wishes.
I love you,
All right.
David. Thank you for everything you do. So we're going to close it out with a track from Seil Records. One of my personal favorites. It's not modular, but it's great.
It's all that
It's
matters.
an artist from Nairobi called KMRU. And
Before you start it, we got to give big props. Calytrix is staying up at like 3 in
Yes.
It's 3 in the morning in New York City.
It's okay. I get to sleep in tomorrow. I'll be fine.
You win
So,
again.
thank you. So,
Right there.
yes, thanks everyone. Thank you everyone for supporting artists today.
Yes, thank you
it's
so
a
much.
great, it's a great thing, and boom, my order went through. So everything is good. It's
Great show.
58 in Colorado.
All is right
Great
in the
show.
world.
All is right in the
Christoph
world.
got
We-
his
we
order
made
in,
it.
then life is good.
We made it. We made it. We made it. David will be happy that we made it. And thank you again. And so we will see you next time. So, no, actually, not next time. We'll see you today. Right? At least in Colorado today at Modular World.
Couple hours away.
Couple
2
hours
p.m.
away.
Pacific.
And we will see what Johno has in store for us at Modular World. So,
It's a good one, guys.
anything else we want to say?
Thanks for watching.
I'm babbling at this point.
awesome,
Thanks,
beautiful
everybody. There's still
people.
14 people around. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
The
Thank you for
hardcore
hanging around.
fans. Thank you so
Space
much.
Racer.
For sticking with us.
Mark Mosher, Golf
Golf
with
with
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Brian Gary Music.
Who else is
who
here
else-
still?
who
Shout
else
it
is
out.
Here? It's hard to tell who. But
They've
thanks,
just walked
everybody,
away.
for-
They're letting it play in the soundtrack of their lives.
yes. so
Brian, Gary, Austin,
here's what we're gonna
Texas.
do. It's a song called "Time of Day," and we're just gonna gonna start it here and let that fade it out.
Good night.
Tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.